Ladies and gentlemen, I want to talk to you about something that can change everything in your life: the power of focusing on you. Now, I know that might sound selfish to some of you. You might be thinking, but isn't it about helping others? Isn't it about the world around us? And yes, it is. But the only way you can truly make an impact on the world around you is by first making the most important investment: yourself. I've seen it time and time again. People, good people, are out there trying to please everyone, trying to do everything, and in the process, they lose sight of who they really are. They forget their own dreams, their own desires, their own potential. They get caught up in what others think of them, what others want them to be, and they lose that fire inside, the one that tells them they are capable, worthy, and ready for greatness. So here's what I want you to understand. In life, there is a constant pull to look outside of ourselves for validation. We live in a world that thrives on external recognition. People post their accomplishments, their successes, and their milestones for the world to see. And for many of us, there is a natural instinct to seek that same type of validation. We start measuring our worth by the likes, comments, and approval of others. We start waiting for someone to tell us we're doing great, that we're on the right track, or that we've earned a certain level of success. But here's the problem with that: it's a dangerous game. When you live your life constantly seeking approval from the outside, you're never going to find true peace or fulfillment. Why? Because external validation is temporary. It's fleeting. The moment you get that pat on the back or that compliment, it feels good. For a while. But then the satisfaction fades, and you're left chasing the next bit of praise, the next moment of recognition. It becomes a never-ending cycle. You might feel validated for a moment, but then you'll find yourself seeking more validation, more approval, more attention. It's exhausting, and it leaves you feeling empty. So, what's the alternative? The answer lies in focusing on you, your growth, your dreams, your purpose. When you focus on your personal journey, you begin to realize that your worth isn't defined by how others see you, but by how you see yourself. It's about committing to your own path, even when no one else is watching. When you focus on your growth, you start to discover who you really are, what you truly want, and what you're capable of achieving. Let me tell you something. True success comes from within. It comes from a deep understanding that you are enough as you are, and that everything you need to achieve your goals is already inside of you. When you stop relying on external recognition and validation, you open the door to authentic growth. You begin to make decisions that are aligned with your values and passions, not what will get you praise from others. You start to take actions that move you closer to your goals, not because you want someone to notice, but because you believe in the journey you're on and the person you're becoming. And here's the thing about focusing on yourself. When you do this, when you put all of your energy and attention into your personal growth, the world can't help but notice. The focus will eventually shift. The people who were once looking at you for validation will start looking at you because they see your consistency, your dedication, your self-belief. They'll see the results of your hard work and commitment, and suddenly, the world will be focused on you. But this time, it's not because you're seeking their attention, but because you've become undeniable. The key is that you have to stop measuring your progress by the standards of others. Stop comparing yourself to people who are at different stages of their journey. Your path is unique, and the only competition you should have is with the person you were yesterday. If you're moving forward, even by the smallest steps, then you're winning. You don't need the applause or the recognition to know that you're on the right track. Your inner drive, your passion, and your purpose will keep you grounded and focused on what matters most: your growth. When you stop seeking external validation and start focusing on your own development, you create a life that is truly yours. You no longer depend on others to define your worth. Instead, you know that your value comes from within, from the work you put in, the lessons you learn, and the person you are becoming. And as you continue to focus on your growth, that focus will shift. People will begin to look at you differently, and your presence will be the validation you once sought from the outside. When you focus on yourself, you become a force that cannot be ignored. In today's world, we are constantly surrounded by distractions. Every day, we are bombarded with messages, notifications, opinions, and voices telling us what we should do, who we should be, and how we should live. Social media, television, news, and even the people in our lives can sometimes pull us away from our true path. These distractions can be seductive. They offer temporary relief, entertainment, or validation, but they can also lead us astray if we let them. The problem with distractions is that they take our focus off what really matters. Instead of spending time working on our goals, developing our skills, or understanding our true purpose, we find ourselves getting lost in the noise of the world. And this, my friends, is where many people go wrong. If you want to truly achieve something meaningful, something that lasts, you must learn to block out the noise. You need to prioritize your purpose, your vision, and your self-improvement. You must decide right now that your future is more important than the temporary satisfaction of distractions. The world will keep calling for your attention, but you have to make the decision that you are going to commit to your own journey. Every time you let a distraction pull you away from your path, you're giving away your power. You're letting someone or something else dictate your focus. And when that happens, your growth is stunted, your progress is delayed, and your potential is wasted. So, how do you combat distractions? It starts with self-awareness. You must understand what your vision is, what your goals are, and why they matter. You need to have a clear sense of who you are and where you're headed. So when distractions arise, you can recognize them for what they are: temporary interruptions that don't serve your higher purpose. Self-awareness is the key that unlocks your ability to focus. It's about knowing what you want and having the discipline to stay committed to it, even when the world around you is pulling at your attention. When you are self-aware, you become intentional with your time and energy. You stop wasting time on things that don't align with your purpose. You stop giving your attention to things that don't bring you closer to the person you are meant to be. Instead, you start directing your energy toward self-improvement, toward becoming better every single day. And this, right here, is where the magic happens. Many people mistake focusing on themselves as selfishness. They think, if I focus on my goals, if I invest in myself, won't that make me selfish? But focusing on yourself is not selfish. It's necessary. It's about investing in your own potential so that you can show up as the best version of yourself in every area of your life. You can't give what you don't have, and you can't make a meaningful impact in the world if you don't first make an impact on yourself. Self-awareness means understanding that your time, your energy, and your talents are valuable. It means recognizing that in order to make a difference in the lives of others, you must first work on making a difference in your own life. You can't lead, inspire, or help others if you are not first leading and inspiring yourself. When you take the time to invest in your own growth, to learn, to improve, and to refine your skills, you create a foundation that allows you to support and elevate others in a meaningful way. This isn't about being self-centered or isolating yourself from the world. It's about knowing that in order to show up for others, you must first show up for yourself. When you are self-aware, you create the space to do the work necessary to make your dreams a reality. You stop getting caught up in what everyone else is doing, and you focus on what you need to do. When you stay committed to your own development and self-improvement, you naturally start to attract the right opportunities, the right people, and the right circumstances that align with your purpose. So, I want you to ask yourself, are you allowing distractions to take your focus away from what truly matters? Are you letting the noise of the world drown out the clarity of your vision? If you want the focus to be on you, then it starts with prioritizing your purpose and your growth above everything else. Stay committed to your path. Focus on yourself, your vision, and your potential, and watch how the world begins to notice. You are the creator of your reality. Too often, we find ourselves waiting for things to happen to us or for others to give us permission to pursue our dreams. We look for external validation or approval before we make moves toward the life we desire. But here's the truth. Your success and your future aren't dependent on anyone else. They depend on the choices you make for yourself. You are the one in control. Your decisions, your actions, and your mindset are what shape your life. Waiting for others to define who you are or to give you the go-ahead to go after your dreams is a surefire way to waste time. You need to stop waiting for permission. You need to take ownership of your life and start creating the future you want for yourself. The reality is, you have the power to create the life you envision, but it doesn't happen by chance. It happens through intentional decisions, through consistent action, and through staying true to your goals. When you focus on yourself, on your growth, and on your purpose, you are stepping into your role as the creator of your own reality. No one can define you but you. No one can tell you what you're capable of but you. So take control. Don't let anyone or anything distract you from your path. It's your vision, your purpose, your future. Own it. However, the journey of creating your own reality is not easy. It requires discipline and sacrifice. If you want to achieve anything meaningful, anything that will last, you need to be willing to put in the work. Success isn't handed to anyone. It's earned day by day, choice by choice. And the hardest part is not the work itself, but the discipline to keep going, even when things get tough. Discipline means doing what needs to be done, even when you don't feel like it. It's about creating habits that move you closer to your goals and sticking with them, no matter the obstacles. Discipline is the foundation of success. Without it, your dreams will remain just that, dreams. It's the ability to stay focused on your goals, even when things aren't going perfectly, even when the world is pulling you in different directions. Discipline doesn't allow you to be distracted by the small, fleeting pleasures of life. It keeps your eyes fixed on the bigger picture, the long-term goals that will ultimately bring you true fulfillment. And discipline is hard. It takes effort. It requires you to make sacrifices. Sacrifice is an essential part of the process. There are things you will need to give up if you want to build the life you desire. You might need to give up time with friends, certain comforts, or even things you once thought were important. But these sacrifices are not losses. They are investments in your future. Every time you say no to something that doesn't align with your purpose, you're saying yes to something that does. Sacrificing short-term comfort, the instant gratification we often seek, for long-term goals is what separates those who achieve greatness from those who remain stagnant. It's the willingness to endure discomfort now in exchange for a future that is far more rewarding. Discipline and sacrifice are the driving forces behind success. When you combine them with the focus on yourself, on your goals, and on your potential, you begin to build the life you've always imagined. The world won't just give you what you want. You have to work for it, stay disciplined, and make sacrifices along the way. But here's the thing. When you focus on your goals and stay committed to them, the rewards are far greater than any temporary comfort you might have had to give up. As you focus on yourself, your dreams, and your potential, you will see that the focus will naturally shift toward you. You will have built something that can't be ignored, a life shaped by your decisions, your discipline, and your sacrifices. And when that happens, you'll understand that the life you've created was never about waiting for someone else to make it happen. It was always about you, your choices, your vision, and the relentless pursuit of your purpose. The focus will be on you because you chose to focus on yourself first. There's something incredibly powerful about consistency. It's easy to get excited about a new goal, a new passion, or a new dream. But what separates those who achieve from those who fall short is consistency. When you make the decision to focus on your personal growth day in and day out, you begin to shape your own reality. Success doesn't happen overnight. It doesn't happen with just one big push. It happens through the small, consistent actions you take every single day. When you invest in yourself, in your skills, in your knowledge, and in your overall development, it's like planting a seed. At first, you don't see much happening. It might feel like your efforts are going unnoticed, but trust me, they're not. With time, those small, consistent actions compound. They build upon each other, and before you know it, you've become someone different. Someone with the skills, knowledge, and confidence to tackle challenges with ease. This consistency doesn't just affect you internally, it's reflected outwardly in everything you do. People start to notice. They notice your dedication, your discipline, and your growth. They see that you're someone who takes your goals seriously, and that in turn earns you the respect and attention you deserve. The power of consistency lies in its quiet but undeniable strength. You may not see immediate results, and there may be days when you wonder if it's all worth it. But the truth is, consistency doesn't fail. It builds you into someone capable of achieving what others think is impossible. As you stay focused on your growth and keep putting in the work, you naturally become someone people can't ignore. Your progress becomes undeniable, and suddenly the focus shifts. People begin to see the fruits of your labor. They see the person you've become, and they can't help but respect and admire your journey. This is when the focus starts to shift toward you, not because you're seeking attention, but because your actions speak louder than anything else. But it's not just about gaining attention or recognition. When you focus on yourself and your craft, you begin to stand out in ways that others can't ignore. The more you hone your skills, the more you commit to your growth, the more unique you become. You begin to develop qualities and abilities that set you apart from everyone else. While others may be jumping from one trend to the next or looking for the latest shortcut, you're quietly refining your craft, mastering the art of your journey. The world starts to take notice of your undeniable progress because consistency and focus lead to mastery. And mastery is what makes you stand out. When you dedicate yourself to becoming the best version of yourself, you become a force that is impossible to overlook. People will begin to see the uniqueness in what you bring to the table. They will recognize that you've taken the time and effort to invest in yourself, and that's what gives you your edge. The world doesn't need more copies. It needs people who are true to themselves, who have taken the time to develop their own strengths and skills. The world needs people who have focused on their craft, their vision, and their journey until they've become something no one else can replicate. As you continue to focus on your personal growth and stay consistent in your efforts, you will inevitably start to stand out. The focus will shift from those around you to you because you've built something real. You've built a life that is fueled by dedication, passion, and persistence. People can't help but notice someone who's committed to their craft and who has made a conscious decision to grow every single day. Your focus on yourself and your craft will shine through in everything you do, and that's what will make you unique. As you continue to grow, to evolve, and to master your journey, the focus will always be on you because you've become undeniable. Your dedication to your personal growth and your craft will speak for itself, and when the focus shifts to you, it will be because you've earned it. Too often, we look to the world to tell us who we are. We listen to the opinions of others, we seek approval, and we measure our worth based on external standards. Society, our families, our friends, even strangers. Everyone has an opinion on who we should be, what we should do, and how we should live our lives. But here's the hard truth. If you let the world define you, you will forever be at the mercy of other people's expectations. You will always be chasing something outside of yourself, trying to meet standards that may not even align with your own values and desires. To truly live a fulfilling and authentic life, you must take control. You must decide, once and for all, that you will not let anyone or anything define you. You are the creator of your own destiny. Your life is yours to shape, yours to design, and it starts with defining who you are, what you want, and where you're going. This process of self-definition doesn't come from a single moment of clarity. It comes from consistent focus on your personal development. It comes from showing up for yourself every day, even when it feels difficult or when the world tries to pull you in a different direction. When you focus on your growth, you begin to unlock your true potential. Personal development is not just about acquiring new skills or knowledge. It's about becoming the person you were always meant to be. It's about taking time to understand who you are at your core, your values, your passions, your purpose, and then building on that foundation. The more you focus on yourself, the more you realize that you have the power to create the life you've always dreamed of. You don't need external validation to know that you are enough. Your worth is intrinsic. It comes from within. As you continue to invest in yourself, to work on your growth, and to refine your skills, you begin to step into your own definition. You become someone who is clear on their purpose, who is determined to build a life that aligns with their values and dreams. The more you focus on your personal development, the more you will begin to shine in your own unique way. Your focus on yourself will become your foundation, and the world will see you as someone who is in control, someone who is self-defined and self-sufficient. When you focus on you, the focus will inevitably shift to you. In the end, the key to living a fulfilled and purposeful life is understanding that you are the master of your own journey. By focusing on your personal growth and staying true to your values, you take control of the narrative of your life. You stop letting the world dictate who you should be, and instead, you define yourself through consistent effort, self-awareness, and dedication to your goals. When you focus on your own development, the world will eventually notice. People will respect and admire the person you've become because you've invested in yourself and shaped your destiny. So, remember, the focus will always be on you when you choose to focus on yourself first.